Welcome to the geopolitical reality show you didn't ask for, but desperately need. Imagine a world where entire nations are in a race not for progress, but to see who can collapse faster. Yes, the stakes are high, the popcorn is hot, and the drama? Oh, it's global! From leaders who treat governance like a part-time gig to economies that behave like a roller coaster with no brakes, this list has it all. So buckle up, because today we're counting down the top 10 countries that are free-falling into chaos, one missed opportunity at a time. Number 10. Haiti. Haiti's economy is like a ship without a captain, adrift, battered by storms, and, let's be honest, sinking. From political instability to natural disasters, this Caribbean nation has had more bad luck than a sitcom character on a Monday morning. Why the collapse? Decades of corruption, weak governance, and a lack of infrastructure have turned every hurricane into a full-blown national crisis. And while the resilience of the Haitian people is legendary, even they can't keep bailing water forever. Number 9. Lebanon. Lebanon used to be known as the Paris of the Middle East. Now, it's the land of power cuts and skyrocketing bread prices. With an inflation rate that makes your head spin, buying groceries here feels like playing a high-stakes round of Monopoly, except the money's not fake, and neither are the stakes. Why the collapse? Decades of mismanagement, the 2020 Beirut explosion, and political infighting have turned this once thriving nation into an economic cautionary tale. But hey, at least they still have great food if you can afford it. Number 8. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, known for its breathtaking beaches, is now infamous for its fuel lines that stretch longer than a cricket match. This tropical paradise has been reduced to an economic nightmare where even cooking gas feels like a luxury. Why the collapse? Years of borrowing, government overspending, and a pandemic-induced tourism crash. And when your solution to debt is printing more money, well, let's just say inflation isn't your friend. Number 7. Venezuela. Imagine living in a country where every day is Black Friday, but instead of bargains, the shelves are empty. Venezuela, once the crown jewel of Latin America, is now a masterclass in how not to manage an oil-rich economy. Why the collapse? Over-reliance on oil, rampant corruption, and leadership that seems allergic to logic. The government's grip on power is shaky at best, and the people? They're dancing salsa while swapping cigars for toilet paper. Number 6. Yemen. If war-torn was a brand, Yemen would be the cover star. Years of civil war have turned the country into a living nightmare, where famine and bombings are as routine as morning coffee. Why the collapse? Proxy wars, international neglect, and internal divisions have left Yemen in perpetual chaos. The people's resilience is inspiring, but how much longer can they hold on? Number 5. Argentina. Argentina, the land of steak, tango, and an economy that changes its mind faster than you can say inflation. With a currency that's practically monopoly money, Argentinians have turned surviving into an art form. Why the collapse? Chronic economic mismanagement, political gridlock, and a debt crisis that's older than some of its voters. Yet somehow, they always manage to turn crises into fiestas. Number 4. Libya. Libya is the geopolitical equivalent of a broken record. Since Gaddafi's fall, it's been stuck in a loop of civil war, militia rule, and oil wealth that never reaches the people. Why the collapse? Rival factions and foreign interference have turned Libya into a cautionary tale. It's a country with immense potential, but no one at the wheel. Number 3. Zimbabwe. Once the breadbasket of Africa, Zimbabwe is now the poster child for economic mismanagement. The inflation rate is so high, trillion-dollar bills are more common than groceries. Why the collapse? Corruption, land reform policies gone wrong, and decades of authoritarian rule. Zimbabweans are nothing if not resilient, though if sarcasm were currency, they'd be billionaires. Number 2. Syria. Syria isn't just collapsing, it's already there. Years of civil war and foreign intervention have turned the nation into a shadow of its former self. Refugee camps and bombed-out cities are now the norm. Why the collapse? A fractured society, endless conflict, and a government more focused on survival than rebuilding. It's a tragic reminder of what unchecked power struggles can do. Number 1. Russia, and the gold medal for fastest collapsing nation goes to Russia. Between crippling sanctions, a disastrous war in Ukraine, and a leadership style that screams no dissent allowed, the Great Bear is looking shaky. Why the collapse? Overreach, economic isolation, and a population that's starting to notice the cracks. If and when Russia falls, it'll be messy, dramatic, and definitely worth a Netflix docuseries. And there you have it, the top 10 countries sprinting toward the finish line of collapse. Will they recover? Who knows? But one thing's certain, the world never stops turning, even when it's upside down. If you found this whirlwind tour both tragic and entertaining, hit that like button, subscribe for more satirical deep dives, and let us know in the comments, which country do you think will make next year's list? Until next time, stay informed, stay entertained, and remember, laughter might just be our best survival skill.